Namaste. What is the purpose of astrology? Astrology is not just to know that what you will become and how much you will achieve. The higher purpose of astrology is to help you realize that you need to focus inwards. That's what Ketu does. Otherwise, you will come, you may earn some $1,000,000 and you will die. That's all. And after death, nothing comes with you. You came naked and you will go naked. So, in between, what is it that you have actually earned, achieved? That is your self growth. And so, in this podcast, I have discussed more, I have talked more about focus. Because what you focus on grows in your life. If you focus on your enemies, you will constantly be worried. You will be filled with fear. You will be filled with doubts. So, focusing on enemies will only lead to more negativity in your life. But if you focus on your friends, if you focus on your well-wishers, then life can become beautiful. So it all depends on where you focus. In this human life, every person has got friends and enemies. You just can't slip out of it. You have to accept it, that there will be people who will hate you and there will be people who will love you. So you have to decide where to focus. If you constantly focus on the negative things in your life, you will be depressed. And if you focus on the positive, you will be happy. So perception also matters. So everything is connected. And so this podcast, though not astrology as such, but it has a deep message. So if you are following me closely, you will definitely connect with the message that I have shared in this podcast. So let's begin. Where is your focus? Always remember, your focus determines your reality. You can escape from certain responsibilities. You can escape from certain people. You can escape from certain situations, but you can't escape yourself. Whatever you do comes back to you. You simply cannot escape from your karma. That is the law of this universe, and that is the only law that has been existing in the universe from the very beginning of time. The law of karma. Karma means that all actions have consequences. Today's happiness is the outcome of your past positive karma, and tomorrow's happiness is going to be the outcome of your present positive karma. You cannot expect good by doing bad to others. That is never going to happen. Every action, good or bad, is going to come back to you in some way and at some time. You are defined by your karma. No one has ever been able to escape it. Not saints, not even gods, and not the greatest spiritual masters. No one escapes his or her karma. The only way to escape is to face your karma by going through the consequences of your actions. The more you try to escape, the more you would be followed by your karma. Your karma is like a shadow that follows you. If you have done something good, something beautiful, the shadow gives you comfort and joy. If you have done something terrible, the shadow gives you discomfort and miseries. Your karma defines your destiny, and your focus defines your karma. If you want to work on your karma, you should work on your focus. Your karma is based on your focus. If your focus is on the positive side of life, you are going to indulge in positive actions. A young man was heading towards a town, and when he reached the gates of that town, he asked the gatekeeper, "How are the people of this town? Are they good?" The gatekeeper was an old man. He smiled and asked, "Why do you ask this?" The young man said, "The people of the town I have come from are very indecent and they are just unbearable. I was upset and disturbed by them. I had to leave that town. Now I want to become a resident of some new town. So I am asking you how the people of this town are." The old gatekeeper said, "Son, you better move on. The people of this town are even viler, wicked, and more indecent. Here you will get into trouble. Go look somewhere else." The young man thanked the old gatekeeper and moved on. After a while, another man came to the gate of this town, and this man asked, "Grandfather, how are the people of this village? I am searching for a new residence." The old gatekeeper replied, "How were the people of the village you have left?" The man couldn't answer. His eyes became wet, but somehow he controlled his tears and said, "The people of my village were very nice people. I miss them. The people of my village were very loving and caring. We all lived happily and celebrated every moment of our lives together. But now, due to lack of employment and severe financial crisis, I have had to leave my village. But I have made a promise to myself that the day I have good savings, I would return to my village. I will reside in that village in the end. I want to die in that village. If I cannot live there, then at least I want to die there." The old gatekeeper said, "You are welcome. You will find the people of this village even more loving than the people of that village." A young boy was sitting near the old gatekeeper, and he had been observing for a while. At first, he had heard what the first young man had said and the old gatekeeper's answers. Then he had listened to what this second man had said and the old gatekeeper's reply. The young boy said, "You have really surprised me. You said to the first man that this village is very vile and wicked, just move on. And to the other man you said this village has very loving people. You have no need to go any further. You are welcome. I didn't get it." The old gatekeeper smiled and said, "Son, people are just the way you yourself are. To appreciate, one needs to have the seed of goodness within his heart. Else, no matter wherever he or she may go, they will never be happy, because happiness is an inside job. Nobody in this world is perfect. Everyone has good and bad qualities. But it is finally up to you what you see in others. If you see good qualities in others, you will experience harmony. If you always see the bad qualities in others, you will experience misery. And then it doesn't matter where you go, misery will always follow you." When I heard the complaining tone of that first man, I told him to move on. And when I heard the appreciating tone of the second man, I was certain that this man was going to experience happiness wherever he went. So then, why not welcome him to our village? And so I welcomed the second man. Such men always add value and happiness to those with whom they connect. I am sure he is going to make this village a much better place. What a beautiful story and what an insightful message. Every individual in this world is imperfect. Perfection is a myth. You will never be happy if you look for perfection. You will never find peace if you are always condemning. But you will be happy if you start appreciating and recognizing the good qualities of any individual that you come across. Condemning others as bad or sinful is a way to feel righteous. Such a feeling is a powerful mood alteration and can become highly addictive. Instead of constantly criticizing the bad, how beautiful it would be if you start appreciating the good in others, how helpful it can be, and how much happiness and peace it can bring to your life. By counting the sins of others, you cannot become a saint. But being compassionate to others can certainly help you to become more human. Compassion will cure more sins than condemnation. Love can bring more happiness and more peace than hate. Judging others will not add any value, but by helping others, you can bring a smile on someone's face. Do not judge others, and you will not be judged. Forgive others, and you will be forgiven. The world is filled with more critics than otherwise. There is nothing special about it. But the special ones are those who appreciate by focusing, nurturing, and encouraging the positive qualities of others. Effective leadership is not possible if there is no compassion. The foundation of real leadership is in the quality of having a positive perspective. And positive perspective is based on how conscious you are about yourself and your actions. We always have a choice. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. How you perceive a situation is based on where your focus is. When your heart is beating with compassion and love, no matter how difficult the road is, no matter how bad the surrounding is, you are always going to find a middle ground that helps you to remain happy. It is not happy people who are thankful, it is thankful people who are happy. The first man in the story was thankless, while the second man was thankful. It is obvious that he too must have had some bad experiences with certain people. But since his focus was always on the positive side, he remained happy. There are always certain people around you who may plot to harm you, but there are also people around you who find joy in helping you, encouraging you, and nurturing you. If you want to feel good and experience true happiness, stop focusing on your enemies and start focusing on your friends. By focusing on the positive, you are opening doors to happiness. Good and bad has been there in this universe from the very beginning of time. The real question is, what is it that you wish to focus on? Because what you focus on expands. If you focus on the goodness in your life, you create more of it. Relationships, opportunities, and even prosperity flow in your life when you learn to be grateful. If you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. What you focus on grows. What you think about expands, and what you dwell upon determines your destiny. Your karma is based on what you focus on, and your destiny is defined by your karma. The story of your life is based on what you focus on. The question, where is your focus, helps you to realize your dreams and goals. When the focus is on the positive things are bound to happen in your life. As long as you are being positive, you are being productive. When life gets blurry, adjust your focus. Focus on the positive. When you focus on being a blessing, God makes sure that you are always blessed in abundance. A life lived with a grateful heart is a blessed life. Live a blessed life. If you truly desire a positive change in your life, then focus on what actions you will take to change things for the better. Don't dwell on what isn't going well. Life is as beautiful as you perceive it. Change the way you look at things when you aren't happy. Meditate. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.